Hello, welcome to our presentation on the tracking of the retail sales over periods and time. This is a detail about my company. And we first of all go along with the Turbodata. So Turbodata is a data compression and SQL reduction tool. And once the database has been compressed, the business logic has been pre-coded and the joins have been minimized, then it is very easy for the end client to do very complex predictive analytics. You are actually eliminating very complex manual spreadsheets of predictive analytics. Your data extraction times are reduced so that the incremental data load is very, very fast. Your data refresh times is going to be reduced because of data compression and SQL reduction. The data source quality will be also handled very well. What we look to eliminate is very complex SAS and R coding and the manual costs of predictive analytics and the software, hardware and the software costs. Right. So the benefit is going to be that we will incorporate machine learning into a product so that the manual processes for autocorrelation function and partial autocorrelation function are reduced. So this is in brief about Turbodata per se, because of database compression and SQL reduction. The core is that on-fly calculations like cost of goods sold are historically calculated database level, which helps in the predictive forecasting. And the next one is that in terms of the predictive analytics turbo data module, so a lot of these logics, we are looking at best practices from America and other countries, and then we're giving it to SQL developers to actually code these functions in our turbo data module. So this is where the cost will come down and the buyer value will go up. This is a brief about Turbodata, and this is the benefit of the Turbodata predictive analytics module. So you are enabling highly complex forecasting modules to be run. It's going to be embedded. Numbers are going to match, and we will use the word, we'll use Microsoft Power BI, which is rated to be one of the best in the world by Gartner. Minimal is the ETL time. This is the code. The lower the ETL time, the maximum time I have for predictive analytics and forecasting. So that's the core. This is a briefing about the retail industry. So as a first step, the end client will choose the KPI that it wants. So from our turbo data module, so you can actually choose, you've got inventory. Because of the historical analysis, you've got all these KPIs and choose it from the semantic layer here. You've got sales analysis, you've got purchase analysis, you've got closing stock analysis with drill down and drill throughs, and your team can choose whatever KPI it wants. So we have to first start with the hypothesis. So basically, our hypothesis is the growth of a particular set of products has been due to historical factors related with trend, level, and seasonality, and has got nothing to do with the marketing efforts. This is our hypothesis. We will prove it or disprove it. So as a first step, what we would do is we will look at sales forecasting as per. So client will help us define the clusters, and the KPI will be chosen from turbo data. Then we look at level, trend, seasonality analysis, and then the difference analysis between the actual and the predicted value, and we'll see whether the difference is significant. This is our core methodology. So we look at single exponential smoothing. If the alpha is above 0.7, we'll do autoregressive analysis. If it's below 7.7, then we'll do double exponential and triple exponential smoothing. And with this, we will find out the trend, and here we'll find out the cyclicity and seasonality if required. And we first start with here. This is a brief about the single exponential smoothing. So you'll get an average of the sales value, an average this thing. This is the forecasted value, average month, and then you'll get an alpha at which your variance is minimum, minimum. So here in 0.9, actually it means that you cannot do very much in terms of prediction, but it basically means the last value of the prior fiscal month has the maximum impact. Then you look at the double exponential smoothing. So you will get an output which is like this of average versus the sales, and then you'll get a combination of alpha and beta, which is resulting in minimum variance. You'll also get what is the total sum of the mean square error, and here you'll get the total sales value, and you will actually this is the forecasted value is for the current fiscal month. What was it? So this is the difference, and the predicted sales is for the next fiscal month. So this is what the client will actually work with. Then the market basket. So once I've found out the trend, seasonality, and the cyclicity, then we look at market basket analysis. So what is the impact of one product sale onto another product sale? So here, what again we look at the customer segmentation, and then we look at the analyze the consequence based on the precedent. So you basically will extract the data, put it into Turbodata for the client, and then find out the confidence support in the lift. You'll get an output like this. So support basically means the size of the sample. The lift basically means the impact, and the confidence is the usefulness of the rule. Right. So higher the lift, actually, the more it is. So in this particular case, the sale of item Y is actually promoted if item it is sold along with item X. What are the next steps? The end client to decide what is the hypothesis to test. We will discuss it with the end user. Thereafter, we will discuss what are the best in case use cases in US. Then we look at LOI and order, and we will start doing the process. I want to once again thank you for the time, and this is our contact details. Thank you very much.